Talk hard and enjoy the mindgasm. The Intellectual Podcast starts now.
I think the levels are okay.
Alrighty.
Greetings, everybody, from Las Vegas, Nevada.
Hey!
Hi,
It's
Steve.
party time. Hey, Dave. How you doing?
Here we are in another hotel room.
Oh, why?
Please don't blow the circuit breaker this time.
No, I didn't bring a power strip with me, and everything here is 110, and so...
Yeah, I was trying to ignore the fact that you were searching for power a little bit ago.
I do smell something burning. I was just wondering... Should I be concerned?
Well, you bought a new power thing for your laptop, right?
Yes, I did.
Everything good there?
Feels a little warm, but...
Well, it's a 60 watt, and you probably need 80 watt for that laptop.
I went by what the guy told me. He told me 60 watt.
Well, the 60 will do it. Just...
Yes, but if it pulls more than 60 watts...
Well, at any rate.
Anyway, so it's... What is Ohm's law here? It's
I don't know.
18.2.
There's more math than I want to do, man.
Okay.
I don't give a shit. So we're here in Las Vegas, Nevada
Yes.
for the National Association of Broadcasters.
NAB.
NAB. It's like
I'm busting my...
Willy
NAB
Wonka's chocolate factory for,
Yes.
for production gearheads.
I feel like Charlie myself. Very
you?
poor and can't afford anything there.
You've never been here before.
No, I'm busting my NAB cherry here. This is a year first.
Do we have to reference your cherry ever, never, ever again?
Okay, fine. This has been a year first. So, first time leaving the country, first time in the Philippines, first time eating balut, and now first time at NAB.
Okay. It's an interesting collection of firsts, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, for those of you who don't know what the NAB show is, once a year here in Las Vegas, the behind-the-scenes people of all the production stuff that you enjoy, be it television, film, corporate videos,
Did you
like
just make
whatever.
air quotes when you said behind the scenes?
Yeah, because that's for my benefit,
Okay.
not yours. But yeah, it's all the behind the scenes people who bring you video and audio production content
And broadcast.
and we're here, man. I mean, it's cameras and microphones and lighting and
Electricity,
satellite dishes
satellite and
helicopters and all sorts of stuff.
all
It's pretty
sorts.
amazing.
Any way that a picture or sound can be sent or received, it's there.
Yeah, and you can check it out if you're interested at all at nabshow.com. Yeah, so we're here. I've been coming here for well over 10 years. This year's show seems a little bit more low-key than the first few years I was here, but the first few years I came here were the years leading up to the HD transition
Wow,
in
that
the
must have been
broadcast and film world, and so it was nuts here for like 3 or 4 years.
My God.
Everybody
Wow.
was here trying to figure out what they were going to do with their news studios and their field reporters, and film people were trying to figure out, do we go HD, and the 4K cameras that everybody's using now, specifically the one it started with the Red One. The Red One was vaporware the first 2 years that I came to NAB.
vaporware.
They had talked about it. They had set up booths and were telling everybody what they were going to be making. But for 2 years, they didn't have any actual product.
Wow.
Just a dream. And then year 3, they debuted the Red One, and it's completely changed
And
movie making.
I have seen cameras that outperform that initial impetus of the Red One.
Yeah, well, the Red One's obsolete now. Now they've got the Red Epic and the Red Scarlet and the Red Dragon. There's 3 models of red.
Absolutely. I'm blown away by just the total attention to detail everybody has on their products. I mean, I turn one way and I'm impressed by one product. Then I look over, and there's a competitor that's blowing them out of the water. Then I go even further down and seeing something even more incredible.
Yeah, it's fun. If you imagine a car show and how a gearhead would go nuts at a car show, that's how production people are at NAB. So,
and swag galore. I mean, everybody is...
Man, they're giving away stuff that's just insane.
Yeah.
And there are booths here giving away $6,000 production cameras and crazy stuff like that. It's just...
And all it is just, we have our ID badge, and they just scan our badge, and you get a raffle ticket. And you just stand around.
Could you hit the fan? Sure. Turn that off, because I thought I'd turn the thing off. Maybe I just put it in hibernation mode again. Well, that kicked it all on. Off, off, off. Well, Steve's messing around with the panel on the wall. It's just an off button.
It's off.
But the fan's still kicked in? There we go. I don't know. We're staying at Silver Sevens, which used to be at Terribles.
It seems okay to me.
Yeah, it's not bad. I mean, it's definitely an older building to begin with.
Yeah. Much larger room that I'm...
This room's huge. I don't know what the deal is with this room.
Yeah.
But, I mean, you could put 2 more, inflatable beds the size of these queens.
Right. Excuse me?
You're the queen.
No.
Anyway.
No. Did I say no?
So you haven't been coming to Vegas very much.
No, the last time I was here was 5 years ago.
Seems like a long time ago.
Yeah. The town has changed. Amazing how this town transforms so quickly. In 5 years, there are buildings that were just being started that are complete, that are open and in business. And there are even more that are being built. So it's just... And my GPS on my car doesn't recognize. It's so outdated it doesn't know any of the off ramps from the freeway. So.
Yeah, the off ramps seem to be one number off from what your maps think they are. It's because they created all these off ramp lanes, so you actually get off earlier and roll along in this exit lane before you actually get to the exit.
All right, and then they said, "Hey, take this exit, turn left." I'm like, "No,
there's a wall.
There's a wall here."
So you can't seem to win one way or the other.
No.
You're either not paying attention to your GPS and you get fucked, or you pay too much attention to your GPS and stop reading the street signs and you get fucked.
Right.
So or at least you're getting fucked somewhere.
Yeah. Hey. It's the only way I've been getting fucked lately. I mean.
So. Anyway, here we are in Vegas.
That's a hint out there, ladies.
Yeah, that'll work.
Yeah.
So, we're here in Vegas. We're both fairly broke.
Yes.
And so there's not a lot of gambling going on.
No, I...
did a little bit tonight, but that's pretty much going to be it.
I could have just wiped my ass with the $20 that I just threw away at the penny slots.
That's not a pleasant picture.
No, but,
thanks.
It probably would have been put to better use.
It's kind of a nice drive here last night, though.
It was in the middle of the night. It was dark.
We stopped at Alien Fresh Jerky.
Yes.
If you haven't done that, folks, on the drive from Vegas to LA, San Diego, or vice versa, in Baker, which at one point in time had the world's largest thermometer.
Yeah, what happened to that? That was...
Well, it was part of the Bun Boy that was there.
Uh-huh.
And then the Bun Boy shut down.
I see.
And the thermometer was still being run by somebody. I don't remember who, but like a year and a half ago, I think.
I think I saw it at that one hotel that's on the way. That has... There's a monorail that goes across the freeway
Well, that's its state line.
That's at State Line?
Uh-huh.
Well, that one has its own roller coaster.
Yeah, Buffalo Bills.
Buffalo Bills. I saw that there the last time I was driving to Vegas.
The thermometer?
Well, I believe so.
No.
No? Okay. That's not where I saw it.
No, the thermometer's in Baker.
Okay.
And it's been shut down.
Okay.
It hasn't been running for a while.
All right. But I remember seeing that. So
but they're in Baker, which is an hour from State Line or so, is Alien Fresh Jerky. The funniest little roadside
little shop, general store
gift shop where you can buy a lot of different kinds of jerky.
Yeah. They've got...
And I think it's local jerky, which is interesting.
Yeah. I mean, I could be like Bubba in Forrest Gump, listing all the different types of jerky. And they got pepper jerky. They got
honey teriyaki jerky.
They had Obamacare jerky. I don't know what that was.
They had the invisible jerky.
Invisible jerky, that was funny.
And the whole place is done up like aliens have created the jerky. So there's a ton of alien memorabilia and stuff in there. And they got the fun, like Area 51 research vehicle car out front. You know, like Men in Black style car, and a couple aliens sitting inside of that.
And they're animated,
UFO,
which
and they move
kind of
around.
freaked me out a little bit because it looked like two little dummies sitting there, and then all of a sudden one of them turns their head and looks at you.
I took pictures of you standing next to that. I'll put those on the show page.
Yeah.
So, so check it out. You know, it's a fun thing to do on the drive. I love...
Bring the kiddies.
I love stopping at those kind of weird roadside stops.
Why is that, Dave?
Well, I've done it all over the country because I used to drive trucks.
Okay.
Back when I was a roadie. So, you know, I've stopped at the Thing, and I stopped at the largest ball of twine. You know?
What about the largest frying pan? No,
I have not done that one. I didn't see the point. No, I just never went near there.
Well, you could also.
But I've got a book. My ex-girlfriend Alyssa, she bought me a coffee table book that is like all of those classic off the highway.
Well, there's the
attractions.
The world's largest Louisville Slugger. It's outside the factory.
So I've got a book that's all about all that stuff.
That's cool.
I think that's something that maybe people don't do enough of, you know, because when they built the interstates, they bypassed a lot of these places that had those kind of nifty things.
And you got to go off the beaten track.
Yeah, I don't know that people go off the beaten track to find them anymore. If you're driving across the country, do yourself a damn favor and get off the interstate once in a while and see these classic American little towns.
You'll need to
weird things that
if you don't have any. I mean, if you're not listening to anything that's pre-recorded, because you get zero radio reception going across, so you're going to have to listen to something that's pre-recorded, and
unless you got XM
satellite, or if you've got something other than that, you're going to go nuts driving on a flat highway, trying to get to the end of the horizon, which never ends. And it's just land and sky. The road in front of you and farmland on either side. Get off the freeway. See the largest ball of fucking twine, because it's something else other than road, land, sky. That's it.
I think that's one of the things I loved about the first Cars movie. It was kind of all about that, getting off the interstate and rediscovering those little towns. Some of those little towns are gorgeous.
Yeah. They've got a lot of character.
Now you sound like you're describing a fat woman. Well, she had great personality.
And history. Great personality and history, and a fun place to go, but you really don't want to be seen with them.
So, anything else going on in your life right now, Steve, that's interesting? Why are you rolling around on the bed like a roly-poly?
Because I'm trying to stretch my back, okay? I've been sitting a lot, and then walking a lot, so I need to stretch a lot.
Okay. You're like a roly-poly?
I'm also trying to get comfortable. This is not like a 5-star hotel with with one of these wonderful cushy beds. This is
Wow, you're bitching about a free room?
No, I'm just
Yeah, you
saying,
are.
Okay, yeah, I'm bitching.
You just bitched about a free room.
Yeah,
you're an asshole.
Yeah. Well, you don't need.
There's the fan again.
You don't need to reiterate that. Everybody knows I'm an asshole.
What a bunch of a-holes. God, I'm looking forward to Guardians of the Galaxy. I watched that trailer like 40 times. So freaking excited. Like, you haven't seen Captain America yet.
No, I haven't yet. I could just blow off a couple of hours tomorrow and watch it.
Yeah, I guess.
But I won't.
You can. It's up to you whether or not you want to go to the conference for it.
No, I do want to go to the conference. Well, that's one of the things, because I'm working on my documentary, I would like to know more about...
Oh, yeah, you're still working on that documentary.
Yeah, so I'd like to learn more about Final Cut Pro, but I believe...
Well, the problem is you can't learn about your Final Cut Pro anymore.
Because mine is outdated, and the new version is 1,000,000 times better than what I'm using now.
Mm.
And that's not hyperbole. Maybe it is.
No, it's fact.
It's fact.
It's fact.
It's fact.
Some things are fact, and that's a fact.
I'm an asshole, and I have old equipment and old software. Two unrefutable truths right there.
Well, you might be an asshole, Steve, but you're our asshole. So
okay. I don't know how to take that.
You're our stinky brown
I'm
eye.
your asshole.
You're my stinky brown eye, Steve.
Thank you.
I shit on the world through you.
Yeah, I don't need your help. The world does fine. Gets its licks in.
No. I didn't say the world shits on you. I said I shit on the world through you.
Yeah, well, there are remnants that are left behind. I think both of us are...
You have a flashback to getting hit? Is that what's going on here?
Why? Okay. I'm flinching.
Nervous. You're flinching.
No, I'm just... I'm getting older, so my joints are starting to stiffen. So,
Dude, you're not quite 50. It's not like you're 60.
No, I know, but...
You spend too much time hanging out with your dad.
No, I don't, actually. To be honest, my dad goes into his room and closes the door.
Yeah.
And all I hear coming from his room is dunk dunk, because all he does is watch Law and Order. Every few minutes.
Man
dunk,
loves
dunk.
his Law and Order. Is he actually watching, or is he sleeping through most of it?
Well, I'll knock on his door, check on him, saying that lunch or dinner's ready, and he's head back. Sometimes he'll be sleeping, but other times he'll be watching it. And we now have Netflix, and he has Netflix in his room, so he watches Law and Order like it's porn. So,
okay, that's a disturbing image. Thanks for that.
That's a disturbing image. I shouldn't say that.
Jesus, thanks for that image. Yeah.
Okay. Sorry, folks.
Oh, man.
He watches Law and Order a lot. Like a lot of people would watch Matlock, but he can't stand Andy Griffith. So,
especially old Andy Griffith.
Old Andy Griffith, he can't
Crazy eyebrows and the smug smile.
He doesn't like...
Fuck that guy.
Yeah, he doesn't like stupid. And he just thought Andy Griffith was just this stupid guy. And I've inherited his...
judgmentalism?
His intolerance of stupid. So...
Wow, no wonder you hate yourself so much.
Oh!
Boom, boom.
Oh, hey, folks. The unfortunate thing about this is what happens in Vegas is also going to happen in Southern California, wherever I am with him. So it's not going to stay in Vegas. It's actually going to continue. So
You talking about what I do to you?
Yes.
Yeah, the abuse continues. Someone knocking on the door? They're knocking on the walls.
Are we being too loud? Well, it's rather late.
I don't know. Fuck them. It's a hotel in Vegas.
Yeah, well, this is
Jesus.
old people's hotel. Vegas.
This is what they call a locals hotel.
Yeah. The locals use this. And, I just have to say, yeah, okay, fine. All kidding aside about my bitching about the room or the bed or whatever, kudos to your sister.
Teresa's amazing.
Teresa is amazing. We have stayed in 2 hotels, actually now 3, considering that we've all moved out of one hotel and now into 2. Yeah. We have not paid one dime to stay here. We've just paid for our meals. That's it.
We're going to be here for, 3 nights total?
Yeah.
And 5 room nights total. And, we're not paying a dime for them.
We're not paying a dime for them.
She gets those player club cards, and she makes sure that, she plays whatever free plays they give her, and she makes sure when she comes here to town that she goes and hits up each of the casinos that she's got a card at and drops at least $20 in, She just
to be honest,
does what's necessary, and we get all the perks.
To be honest, I dropped 40, so it was done. Okay.
I dropped 40.
Yeah.
Whatever. Should have done roulette. I knew I should have done roulette. It worked really well in the Philippines.
Well, maybe if we had pesos here.
I wish I could have done what I done on roulette in the Philippines on some real money here in the States.
Yeah.
That would have been an amazing win.
Yeah. It would have been a nice little windfall. But your sister, once again.
Yeah, one
wins a ton of money. I mean,
she walked in with $20 and she won back what she loaned me. So she walked out of this casino even.
Okay. But
she was going back to the Gold Coast where she and Brian and Sean are staying, and she was going to be playing her free plays over there. So the likelihood is that she'll probably end the night $30 or $40 up. That's what she does.
Either completely tanked or...
She doesn't tank.
No, she doesn't. So she'll probably be either even or up. So.
Yeah. So, Teresa's amazing. That's all there is to it. So.
Yeah.
So what else going on?
Oh, let's see. We went to L.A. The other day, and I met Craig.
Oh, yeah. My producing partner, Craig. We're putting the finishing touches on a film called In the Mind's Eye. I got my IMDb credit. My first IMDb credit for this film went up the other day. So, supervising.
Do you think he was actually
editor.
kidding about giving an IMDb credit to me because I was there?
No, he actually told me to give him a list of my friends who helped me out.
Oh, really? Cool.
Get credits to you guys.
You might be able to see something.
So, we'll figure it out. Brian's going to get some credit. You'll get some credit. Sounds like I got my sister a job on the movie.
Laura.
Doing some ADR. So she's planning on watching a bunch of Harry Potter this weekend because she needs a British accent. So,
should she steer more towards, I don't know.
I think she just needs to be consistent. I'm not gonna poo-poo the person in the film.
No, it was just uneven.
It was too uneven. So,
inconsistent.
But that's going good, and I spent the day just texting Craig back and forth about all sorts of stuff I'm seeing here because we're going to start pre-production soon on the next film. I'm not going to say anything more about that on the podcast because we're not quite there yet, but we're close.
We're close, and we had I would say the most educational moment today.
Fred? Is that guy's name Fred? We talked to this guy at Audio Technica's booth today. Fred Ginsberg. He's a PhD. Wow.
Yeah, I noticed that on his badge.
Yeah.
A doctor of audio.
Yeah, he's pretty amazing. FilmTVSound.com. He schooled us for about 10 minutes on prepping for your film for good audio. And I swear to God, man, I learned more in those 10 minutes about good things to do, the right things to do, than I learned in 3 years of radio and television classes.
Yeah. Absolutely amazing.
It's interesting, we were talking about this while we were wandering around. One of the biggest problems in indie films especially is poor audio.
Oh, yeah. Because everybody thinks...
And audio is the most difficult thing to produce on a film set.
When we were going to school, Pat Hunt, our instructor, said to us, audio is half the picture.
Yeah, well, that's George Lucas's famous saying.
Okay, well, that's where I heard it. Mm-hmm. Okay. But it is true. It is so true that
I'd argue it's even more than that.
It's more than exactly, because it completely takes, if the audio is bad, it completely takes you out of the picture.
Yeah.
So it's more than just that, because you're just focusing on...
Yeah, because you can watch a pretty picture with no audio at all, and it's fine. But you pair a pretty picture up with audio that is just crap,
yeah,
and people will literally walk out of the theater.
Mm-hmm. You can, to give you an idea, as for the opposite side of the coin, you can have crappy video with great audio.
Yeah, look at Blair Witch.
Look at Born Identity. It's unwatchable to me, but I can look away and still hear it, and it sounds good, and I didn't walk out.
Yeah.
But if
the audio is crap, people will walk out because you can't shut your ears.
No, well, you can put your fingers in your ears.
Yeah, but even that still doesn't really work. You still hear stuff.
You can tell if it's poorly mixed, poorly ADR'd.
Yeah. So, for all you young budding filmmakers who are listening to our show, stop freaking obsessing over cameras, because they're all pretty much the same these days.
Yeah, at this point, you don't need a 4K
just nuances
camera.
And stuff. But HD and up, you're fine. Doesn't matter. Acquisition, if you're HD, you're okay. If your end game is Netflix or YouTube or, basically anything short of theatrical, shooting at 1080p is going to be fine.
Yeah, a $400 HD camera will do absolutely perfect for what you're doing. It's in the
Invest in audio.
Invest in the audio.
Learn your audio. Learn your rules. Learn how to avoid the pitfalls, because you can fix a lot of visual stuff in post.
Right.
But audio, relatively easy.
Yeah.
But fixing audio is a nightmare.
Absolutely.
It's an absolute nightmare.
Because you have to get it to match up, scene to scene.
Cut to cut.
Cut to cut.
Not even scene to scene. Cut to cut.
Yeah.
You can kind of put up with a video shot that's not quite color corrected because, hey, the camera moved and we understand that we're looking at a different section of a room or whatever, and the lighting can be a little different. And that's forgivable. You can get past it. But when the audio is jumping back and forth from cut to cut,
and your levels are off,
forget it.
Your levels are off. One person talks louder than the next person.
Yeah, or you've got an air conditioner blowing in one take, and so when you're on the close up of somebody, the room noise goes, and when you cut to the other person's reaction in the same sentence,
there's no room,
and it's quiet, then it goes back to the other guy talking. That stuff gets old very fast.
I've learned some wonderful things from Fred. Nothing on a right angle. No walls at a right angle.
Yep.
You never want a wall at a right angle. It's for theatrical reasons. They do that. I thought visually in a theater flat, you want to have as an open space for the entire audience to see. So you don't need, because if you put stuff at right angles, you cheat some of the audience from seeing all the action.
Yeah.
But that's actually there not just visually, but for sound as well, because the sound organically flows from the stage to the audience.
Yep.
So, and in not only in theater but also in film, because you want the audio to come towards the microphones. You don't want it bouncing all over the place and
you
getting
don't want
lost.
reflection.
You don't want, no, not at all. And hard surfaces. Try to deaden every hard surface. And you could put padding down and make the padding look like the hard surface.
Well, in corporate AV, we use something called pipe and drape, and we use velour drapes behind stages. It's kind of expensive because, that's stuff that we carry around and we use in ballrooms, and it's got to be flame retardant. It's got to have a coating on it. Every time you wash it, you've got to go get the coating put back on and whatever. But you can rent that stuff, and it's like $8 a foot or whatever. So it's fairly cheap, but you buy a big giant velour drape and you drape it over all of the parts of the set that aren't in the shot, and it just kills the reflection and deadens a room so your audio's clean.
Yeah, because the one thing that you don't want is any type of reflection or echo or anything type of ringing in the sound, something reflecting off of objects. Glasses, tableware, anything metallic will reflect sound. So you want to deaden that. You want to make it sound like it's real, then that's what post is for your Foley work. You want a plastic glass to sound like, make sure that it's something that doesn't look like it's fake, like from a 99-cent store that's in two pieces. But if you have something that looks nice, that could pass for glass, a solid piece of glass that's plastic, that's not going to reflect. You want the sound of two glasses clinking together in a toast? Do it in post. Yep. That's what Foley work is for.
Yeah. For anybody who doesn't know, that's what the word Foley in the end credits is for. Whenever you see Foley artist, that's the person who goes and makes the sounds of footsteps crunching on leaves and footsteps crunching on rocks and
punches
and
explosions,
knocks on the door, and all that
rain
sort of stuff.
Falling on the outside.
Foley people make all the natural sounds that aren't actually natural in the production. When you're shooting a movie, you definitely want to try and just get as much vocal only recording on set as you can, and add in nature's sounds in a more controlled manner afterwards. So that's enough technical crap about movie making. So there you go.
There will be a quiz later, so please take copious notes. Those of you at the end of this podcast who would like to have get a free movie, take notes. We will have a quiz.
Are you going to Jessica and William's wedding?
Unfortunately, no.
No, you're going to be in Jersey.
I'll be in New Jersey, working on my documentary.
Well, hopefully you not going means I can take a date.
Would you normally have taken me?
No. I'm waiting on final word from Jessica that there's enough open space in the party that I can actually bring the person that I've asked.
The way you worded that got me, a little self-conscious.
Now, Steve, you are not my date. I don't love you.
It's not that. It's not that.
Well, I love you, but not that.
No, it's not that. It's just that my date that I want, the way I hear this coming out of you, the way it falls on me, is that the person that you wanted to ask wanted to go, but didn't want to go if I was going. So now that I'm not going...
What the hell is wrong with the people on my podcast being so freaking nervous and low self-esteem and terrified that everybody's out to leave them out of shit?
We're not as gregarious and as confident as you. We have to build. We're building. We're getting better. We're learning from you.
Did you hear JJ got us set up? We're going to be covering stuff at the Reality Rally in Temecula.
Oh, yes!
This weekend.
That sounds so exciting.
That's going to be kind of cool. I'm not sure exactly what the scheduling is because they were setting that all up yesterday while we were driving up here. So, but I'm pretty sure there's like a red carpet event and a few different press events that we're going to be going to. So we should be getting a bunch of fun content with a bunch of reality TV stars because they're going to have reality stars from like all sorts of different reality shows at this event. So it's going to be fun. Brunchel will be there, who we interviewed a couple weeks ago. On
that was a fun interview. I like that.
Yeah, and they were the ones who told us about the reality rally. And JJ like volunteered to work it. Mm-hmm. And whoever was going through the volunteer list, like, said, hey, wait, she's a co-host on this podcast. And so they reached out to JJ and said, hey, you know, we saw your name on the volunteer list. Would you rather, you know, come as your network, as media, and cover the event? We'd be happy to have you. So
that's even better.
There you go. So, congratulations, JJ. You got that ball rolling. So.
Well, good pull.
Yeah,
good
so
pull. I think I've also had a possible future podcast. We met this gentleman who's doing a documentary on himself.
that Tommy thing, right?
Tommy Lee. I don't know if his name is Tommy.
I was
Lee.
on a phone call when that conversation started, so I missed a little bit.
He's
a virgin?
He is a 35-year-old virgin, and he's looking to lose his virginity. And he's trying to raise money to do that in Las Vegas, which to me seems a bit, ironic. Many of opportunities in this town. But he says he wants to do it wholesome and pure. He wants to find the one.
But on camera, apparently.
But no, I don't think he wants to.
It's a bit of a weird project.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we'll reach out to him, see if he wants to come on, and see what that gig's all about. It's the interesting thing about Vegas, man. You run into all kinds.
Yes.
It's just all there is to it. We went to the pinball,
That was so cool.
Was it
It was the
Pinball Museum or Pinball Hall of Fame?
Pinball Hall of Fame.
It's off of Tropicana by UNLV. And, man, it reminded me of the arcades when I was a kid, man. You just walked into a big freaking square room, and there were just machines lined up shoulder to shoulder everywhere you go.
They had stuff when I was a kid.
Well, they had stuff from when my grandparents were kids in there, too.
That too. I mean, I saw a similar place in San Francisco.
But it was awesome. I had a good time there.
Stuff that went even past my grandparents.
It was kind of fun seeing my nephew Sean, enjoying all the old video games.
I know it was fun playing some of the old games that I played when I was a kid.
I miss pinball machines, man. I forgot how much I like pinball.
The actual pinball machine, something that has mechanical
mechanical pieces. You hit a button and a flipper goes, and you can feel the thing vibrate and move
in your hand, and just. I mean, they literally had a digital ones, pinball machine where it's this.
It's not the same though, because sometimes you hit the pinball just right and it jumps and smacks the glass.
Yeah, you don't get that on.
You don't get that on the digital ones. I mean, the digital ones are cool. There's certainly things about them to like.
Oh, you can put in money and you can just change the field constantly
to whatever pinball setup you want.
Right, but
but there's something too to be said about wandering the pinball hall, trying to find the game that speaks to you. I guess it's kind of like gambling on the slot machines, You lose a little bit of that when you can just sit there and push a button which one am I going to play? Boop, 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 boop. I kind of like wandering around. There's just a tangible and tactile sensation to the whole thing that you just lose when you go all digital on everything.
Yeah, you're going on that boat, and then I want to be able to grab the arm and pull that down and make it feel like...
You make a one-arm bandit a one-arm bandit. It's funny, a lot of those machines have the one arm on them still, but they don't actually pull.
They don't do anything. They're just there for show.
So, there for nostalgia's sake, I guess. But
even the ones that have mechanical dials don't have an arm.
Yeah. Vegas is such a weird town.
Yeah.
I have a real love-hate relationship with this town.
I think everybody does. I mean, that's the whole thing.
Well, I don't know. I know people who just love it. They just love it. Like, no reservations about anything about it. They just love it. I like coming up here for a few days, but then I gotta get out.
Yeah.
Can't take more than a few days of Vegas at a time.
In the same way, well, a lot of places.
You ran into an East Coaster today.
Yeah, a friend of mine from back east. I mentioned on Facebook that
I wasn't talking about that one. I was talking about the zombie girl.
Another person who...
Is that the Adorama booth?
Yes.
Yeah, we were standing there waiting for the raffle for a Blackmagic 4K camera.
Yes.
And
drooling over this.
One of the girls working this booth was from the East Coast.
She's from
and she was begging us to tell her the information on where she could go see the zombie...
Nude. She first said naked zombie show.
The naked zombie show. It was like... Nude zombies, zombie whatever. You ended up figuring out zombie burlesque.
Yes, zombie burlesque
at Planet Hollywood.
At Planet Hollywood.
That's so bizarre. I want to see burlesque, but she better be rotting. I want her rotting. The flesh should be peeling from her body.
Oh.
Zombie, baby.
Yeah, well...
Yeah, that girl was kind of a couple shades of freaky. It was kind of cool.
Yeah. I was having a fun time with this one girl who had a GoPro strapped to her chest.
Yeah, I heard you say something to her about, hey, the lens is down here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Eyes up here, lens down here. But, you know, she's got the camera.
Well, she's got it there on purpose, Steve.
She's got it there on purpose. She's got, you know, right in her cleavage. And...
Well, what little cleavage she had, but yeah.
But, hey, you know, work what you got.
You got more cleavage than she got.
Yeah, well, thanks for that reminder. I don't need you to remind me. Thank you. Thank you for that observation and the visual for the rest of our listeners.
So we had 2 buffets today.
Yes. One was kind of chintzy.
I didn't think it was chintzy. It was just small.
It was just small for lunch.
Actually, I thought the food was better at the smaller one than at the bigger
Yeah,
one.
actually, the bigger one, I thought the choices were kind of odd. When they showed seafood, I would expect seafood, not just...
Well, they had tilapia and, like, prawns.
No, they had tilapia and crawdad.
Crawdad. Yeah, same thing.
No, it's not. No, it's not. Prawns are prawns, and they're delicious, and they're meaty, and crawdads are just ugly little bugs.
They're all ugly bugs.
Yeah.
Exoskeletons, baby. It was 11:45. This show is not going to, in fact, get out on a Monday. It's going to be a Tuesday. Real damn early in the morning.
Yeah.
How long have we been going? What's the time on that?
Well, we were 43.
Oh, wow.
Almost 44 minutes. So
We've been talking that long already?
Yeah. Doesn't take much to say nothing.
Well, it's kind of funny because I thought I had a couple I thought I had a few more interviews lined up, but apparently when I went to look at my calendar today, I scheduled all the Monday shows this month to be intellectual threesomes.
Uh-oh.
And I went, why did I do that? I knew I was going to be in Vegas with Steve and not Eric today. Oops.
Oh, well.
So here we are once again in another hotel.
In a hotel where I have not...
Finishing up another podcast.
I have not.
You have not done your documentary like you said you were going to do.
Oh, it's late and I'm tired.
There's always an excuse.
Oh, well.
So,
I'm sorry, I don't have the stamina of you who stays up all night.
No, I also like to fuck like 5 times in a night when I get the opportunity. But, you know. We don't always get to do all the things that we like to do. So, you know. What's that face?
I got nothing. I got nothing to boo-hoo you.
I wasn't boo-hooing me.
No, I'm just... I was like, okay, fine.
I was just running that up the flagpole, lady.
And I got nothing to go along with that. I mean,
no, you don't.
If I got the same satisfaction out of editing my documentary as I would fucking 5 times a night, I'd be editing my documentary right now.
Ew.
And I would have to get a new laptop.
Yeah. You're getting close to needing that anyway.
Yeah, well, this thing it's ancient now.
Yeah.
I mean, when I got
remember
it,
when you bought it.
When I got it was state of the art. It was.
Yeah, now mine's state of the art.
Now yours, yeah.
So, I'm feeling a little spoiled having such a nice computer.
Yeah.
So, anyway, Wednesday. Who do we have on the show on Wednesday? I think we are doing on Wednesday your vaudeville friends.
Oh.
Let me see here.
That wonderful couple.
Yes, Evans and Rogers will be on the show on Wednesday. So Wednesday is a special...
Is it going to be visual? Do we have some video to go along with that?
You'll have to talk to Brian.
Okay.
Brian is the one with the video. If that's going to be edited anyway where there's video, that'll be up to me. So
okay.
He said he was going to have stuff edited while we were here, but I know how this works. He's here. His 4-year-old's here.
Yeah, it's not going to happen.
It's not going to happen.
Yeah.
He's full of shit.
No.
You hear that, B? You're full of shit, dude.
You're delusional.
Stop promising crap you won't deliver. I've been giving him a lot of grief. You know.
Oh, you give everybody grief.
But I mean, I've not been giving him. I've been not giving him grief for being himself. I've been giving him grief because he said he was going to do all these things on the show, and he's not done even 5% of them. So,
well,
yeah.
You said it. He has a 4-year-old.
He's a 4-year-old. Yep. He's also a yes man. Like he wants to please everybody, and he constantly says yes. Don't do that, folks. Don't tell people you'll do stuff when you really can't actually follow through on it. You know? It's just... don't do that.
Yeah.
It's nice that he wants to do things on the network,
right.
And I'm not poo-pooing that he wants to do things on the network. It's just a little bit of realism on what's actually doable. You know,
hey.
He and Carla went to the Captain America screening on Monday night last week. I haven't seen a review. Carla got a review up after the movie premiered. I would
hope so.
Yeah, it would have been nice to have had it go up like the day before.
Oh, but
so we'd have been on the front end of the media run.
Yeah.
But, it's just things like that. It's like, okay, you go Monday night.
Yes, but...
write the review on Tuesday.
Right, but, there's life. Life gets in the way sometimes. Not...
Yeah,
not
I don't accept it.
Yeah, well, not everybody has your drive. And
well, they should.
Well, yeah, I should get laid more often, but I don't, so...
Yeah, there's a lot of reasons for that, Steve.
Well, we only have 10 minutes left in the podcast, so we're going to have to designate a lot.
Well, you were just out of words again.
Yeah, well.
It happens a lot.
Well,
I was listening back to one of the San Fernando comic book interviews, and at one point you're like,
then it comes to a screeching halt.
Like, wow, even here. I've been enjoying putting those up.
Yeah, I'm enjoying listening to them. It was fun doing them too. I love. Oh, and if you look at the intellectual, look at the new website. We have these wonderful, all these links and everything to all the podcasts that we've done and all the interviews that we did from there. We have Mel Novak up. We've got Jump In Anytime because I'm going to
Brick
drive.
Griffith and Cousin Jim.
We had that one young couple that was actually sitting next to us that were from the Midwest that did a horror film.
The Rabid Love.
Rabid Love. Then we had W.J. Wiseman.
J.W. Wiseman.
J.W.
And Alexis Iacono from Dead Sea. Wow.
Wow.
And we got the filmmakers of The Perfect House went up yesterday on Sci-Fi Sunday. And we got Real Cowboys coming up on Sci-Fi Sunday, I think this coming weekend. And Evans and Rogers this Wednesday here on The Intellectual. So, yeah, a lot of stuff. Apparently that San Fernando Valley Comic Book Convention happens like quarterly.
Really?
It's a one-day convention. It happens like quarterly. They just announced...
With the amount of turnout that they have.
They just announced that they're having another one in June. So, maybe they'll ask us out again. I don't know.
Because, you had...
I thought the first date went well.
Yeah.
Maybe they'll call us again. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm sure they will because they were so happy that we showed up.
Obligatory 3-day. You don't have to wait 3 days, guys. You can just call us and tell us you want us to be there. Well, maybe we can set something even more grand.
I think they will ask us because
I want to be on that big table that those other podcasters were on. What was that all about?
Yeah. Well, we were filling a need.
We were
last minute.
Yeah.
A last minute need.
I like filling needs.
Yeah.
Maybe we should leave the podcast to end with that.
Yeah. You can fill my need.
No, dude. Ooh, God. Yuck. We have separate beds in this hotel. I'm just going to tell you that.
You personally.
We're separated by like 5 feet here.
I'm not talking physically you.
Thanks for joining us on the podcast, everybody. This has been a weird intellectual twosome.
Yeah.
How many did we do in the Philippines? We did 4 podcasts in the Philippines. We only did 2 of them where it was just you and me.
We did.
Because Raul joined us for 2 of them.
Yeah, that's true. Your uncle was here for 2
the first one and the last one.
Right.
And he was so drunk on the last one, it was like we had 3 other people in the room with us.
Really?
David.
I want to sing. Sing that song. Oh, please. Don't sing that song.
Don't say goodbye.
Do not say goodbye. I cannot say goodbye.
I miss my uncle. I miss you, Uncle Raul. Hopefully you're listening.
So do I.
So,
I miss everyone there.
Yeah. Oh, before we go, Jollibee here in Vegas.
Yes.
Chow King here in Vegas, and a Max's here in Vegas. All the 3 fast food joints of the Philippines are here.
It's
crazy.
People got to eat.
Apparently, there's a lot of flips in Vegas.
Filipinos.
So yeah, great. Anyway, that's enough for this podcast. Thank you for joining us on theintellectual.com. You can check out all of our shows. They're all there at theintellectual.com. Make sure you are subscribing to not miss any show.
Yeah.
You can subscribe to us on iTunes. Just look for The Intellectual on iTunes.
Is there a new way of getting it?
You can subscribe to us at Stitcher.com. They have a very nice app that works on Android and on iOS. I think they've got a Windows Phone version as well. And you can also listen to us on Spreaker.com. That's Spreaker. And we've applied for iHeartRadio through them.
Really?
So hopefully, maybe. So hopefully we get accepted into iHeartRadio at some point. That'd be cool. And where else? Oh, there's a new online podcast player. I think it's called Orange Shot. If you go to intellectual.com, if you go to the Facebook page for The Intellectual, and there are nifty links to Twitter and Facebook now at the top of our site. Yes.
On the new site.
But if you go to the Facebook page, I posted a post in the last week for a really cool online podcast player. So if you don't have a smartphone or you listen to us on your computer at work and you just, you can't subscribe through iTunes or download the app from Stitcher or whatever, this is a web browser-based subscription deal. So you can sign up for this player. I'm pretty sure it's called Orange Shot. I'll put it in the show notes for this show on theintellectual.com. I'll put a link to it. But yeah, you sign in, you punch in the RSS feed for the podcasts that you want to subscribe to, and it keeps track of them just like an app does on your phone. And you can check it out. Stitcher does the same thing online too.
Oh, okay.
Just to be clear. But this is, just another way. We're finding every possible way for you to hear the show, for you to share the show. Please share the show.
Yes, please. Tell your friends.
Tell your friends to listen to the show. A lot of people don't understand. Followers. A lot of people don't know what a podcast is. So,
It's radio.
Educate them.
That's a different podcast.
It's radio on demand. That's the way I look at it. So, thank you for joining us. Check out Sci-Fi Sunday. A lot of cool stuff going on there, including our Captain America review this week. So check it all out and join us again on Wednesday for Evans and Rogers Vaudeville.
You will be amazed.
Yeah, it's a good one.
Yeah.
It's fun.
A lot of fun.
Till next time.
Bye from Vegas.
Bye from Vegas. Y'all take care. We'll talk soon. This episode of the Intellectual Podcast has been brought to you by Audible.com. Audible.com has over 100,000 titles for you to download and listen to on your iPad, iPhone, Android, or really any mobile MP3 device that you might have. So if you're into audiobooks and you are looking for the absolute best, show your support for the Intellectual by signing up for an Audible trial at audibletrial.com/TIN. That's audibletrial.com/TIN. And show your support for the Intellectual Network by signing up for the free trial with audible.com.